Shakalaka. What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It's Friday. The weekend is almost here. And look, we have a little bit of green, maybe a little dead cat bounce going on with the markets today. But I'll tell you, today we're going to be talking about a few important things, a few important topics. We're talking about the Goldman Sachs fake news, market manipulation, Coinbase ETFs, and then is the blockchain legally binding? So we'll get into all of that stuff. Before we do, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone subscribing and pressing that notification things. Thank you to everyone mashing on the like button with like these fingers right here. Thank you. And also, if you want to win a shirt, make sure you comment on this video and every other video to enter for your chance to win. What's up, everybody rolling in right now? Blah. So. Let's take a look. Today, market cap right around $200 billion. Bitcoin dominance 54.8. So not much of a change since yesterday. Bitcoin is 64.72, Ethereum at 219, XRP at 29 cents, Bcash at 503, and EOS at $5. Big gainers for today, Holochain. A lot of people talking about Holochain maybe being artificially pumped. Dogecoin, Populous Ontology, all on the way up. The biggest losers for today, Dropple, MOAC, Mixin, and Bitcoin Private. Now, what's been happening for those of you in case you have had your head in the sand the past couple days? Well, we were on this nice ascending track, and then there was some news that came out, and shit hit the fan, and boom, everything crashed. Look at that. We even had a MACD crossover, so kind of went from Bitcoin to stable tokens. For those of you who follow my MACD strategy, I think I posted last Friday exactly how I do it, a whole video on it, so you can go watch that stuff. But what is going on with this? Where are we? Well, kind of finding support where we found support many times before, right around 6,000, 6,300, somewhere in that area right here, this range where we tend to find support. We're seeing some slowing of this dropping down. Now, are we going to turn around and go back up, or is it going to continue down? That's a big question. You can see down here, this little graph right here, this is the shorts versus longs. You can tell these red ones, the shorts have increased dramatically, potentially setting us up for a big short squeeze, but we'll have to see. I just kind of trade based on the MACD strategy. Pretty easy. I don't do that much. I also use signal profits for trading altcoins. That's a pretty good thing. There's a link over there down in the description also. Yeah, it's an affiliate link. I make money off of that. But anyways, let's get into the news. Goldman Sachs CEO, recent reports about crypto trading desk are fake news. Now, we all know from that Yale study about a month ago that news is more impactful on the price of cryptocurrencies than anything else. So when we have big articles like this that are fake news, they affect the price. But this person says, I never thought I would hear myself use this term, but I really have to describe that news as fake news. All right, and he was speaking at TechCrunch regarding rumors of the rollback, and comments from Reddit are pretty good here. It's like this guy's like, I honestly don't know why y'all sell on the news anymore. It must be from down south, but everybody's panicking. We haven't even cracked the surface, and you all are panicking, y'all. Obviously, emphasizing news from down south. Yeah. So, anyways, people selling on the news because they think the sky is falling. Everybody's waiting for the sky to fall. Also, fake news. That was not the only piece of fake news. That whole $25,000 Bitcoin in Iran, that was also fake news. So it turns out that that $25,000 estimate was based on a conversion rate of 1 USD to 42,000 IRR, where the actual rate is 1 USD to 140,000 IRR, which would make it more than 200% less. So that would be like a $12,000 Bitcoin. So unfortunately, we did not have a new all-time high in Bitcoin. Bummer. But more fake news. 2 fake newses in the day. We're going to get into the manipulation, guys. Hang with me on this one. Also, there was this news. This was how it all started. First, there was this Cointelegraph article that says SEC denies Bitcoin ETFs. Everybody lost their shit. Maybe the trading bots did. However, they didn't actually read the article because in the article it says ETFs are going to happen in the next year. I would actually make a bet on it. There's too much demand for it, and we'll be getting into a little bit later on why ETFs probably will happen in the next year. Then there was this news. This was the fake news from Business Insider. Goldman Sachs drops plans to open crypto trading desk. Okay, so those two things, the market shit the bed. Everybody lost it and sold. And then the phoenix out from the rubble. Coinbase and BlackRock announced that they are exploring a crypto ETF. Now, whether this is actually happening or not, Coinbase is definitely looking into it. Whether BlackRock is going to is still up in the air. Because, as it says down here, this part right here, to be sure, BlackRock confirmed it had no interest in being a crypto fund issuer, and its CEO Larry Fink said the firm's clients have expressed zero interest in the $300 billion market for cryptocurrencies, referring to Bitcoin as an index of money laundering. Now, whether that is true or not, I mean, we all remember when Jamie Dimon said Bitcoin's a fraud, and then they bought $300 million worth of Bitcoin. So, I mean, this could just be them calling it a fraud so they can buy in a whole bunch before the ETFs and the price goes way up. So you can't trust what any of these people say anymore. You just can't trust anybody. And that brings me to the thumbnail image that I made. I know you guys were like, wow, Randall really has some serious art skills. Blown away. I know, we could hang this up in the Louvre in Paris, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm saving this for you. So anyways, here's what happened. We had a nice set of green candles, good tract of everything going up. I'll just show you on the actual graph just so you guys remember. You see right here, everything going up. It was looking good. All right. And then FUD from Cointelegraph, from Business Insider, FUD news. FUD. Okay. Not anything happened, just FUD news. And we saw the price take a big, giant, bloody shit. Okay. It looked like that. Just like peeing blood out of your butthole. Just like that. Okay. Then what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. BitMEX and Bitfinex made an absolute killing. Made a killing. Here's how. BitMEX liquidated everybody. Everybody got freaking wrecked. All the leverage traders on BitMEX got wrecked. R-E-K-T. Okay? That's the opposite of erect. Okay? It's like when you're all soft. So, BitMEX made a killing. Okay? Bitfinex made a killing because guess what? When people trade back and forth between Tether and Bitcoin, Bitfinex countertrades that and makes a shitload of money. So both of them manipulating the markets, making a lot of money. Then the phoenix that rose out of the ashes, Coinbase and BlackRock with their ETF. Potential ETF news. Potential ETF news. And then the day later, oh, fake news. All this FUD right here was fake news. It wasn't real news. Shouldn't have been out anyways, but it was because journalists don't do their research. Now, I mean, I shouldn't be one to question because I don't do too much research on my own, but I'm not a professional journalist. I just make YouTube videos and I rant and rave and whatever. And then we see a little dead cat bounce and maybe the price might come back up. But in the meantime, these guys are making a lot of money. BitMEX, Bitfinex. Oh yeah, that's behind my head. You can't see it there. Maybe there. BitMEX, Bitfinex making a lot of money. Also Coinbase, BlackRock making a lot of money. Also Cointelegraph, Business Insider probably making money from it too. They're probably getting paid on the inside. Which brings me to my man, Nicholas Merton, Data Dash. Tweeted this the other day. I couldn't agree more. He says, nothing disappoints me more than the normalization of market manipulation in crypto, both to the upside or downside. It's as if people are just going along with the system, willfully falling into BitMEX and Bitfinex's game. Just remember, the house always wins. Which leads me to ask the question, what do we do about this? Well, one person on Reddit had a suggestion. They said the journalists who submitted the Business Insider fake news article, Dakin, Campbell, and Frank Shapiro, should be held accountable. Definitely. And you could go find this article and you can go troll them on Twitter. You can contact Business Insider and say they should not be able to publish articles anymore. Those types of things. You could do that. But also, you know, I think it was like one of the Gandhi, I think Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. So potentially, I mean, if you don't want to, where's the hand thing? Here we go. If you don't want these people to keep fucking around your shit, don't use BitMEX. Okay? The only person winning with BitMEX is BitMEX. Don't use Bitfinex and Tether. There's plenty of other good options other than using Tether, like True USD. They're actually accountable, unlike Tether. All right? So, That's some solutions for how to do it, but those are just my thoughts. I'll get off my soapbox right now, and we'll get into the other news. Now, this here is why we will probably get an ETF within the next year. There's a whole shitload of demand for it, and Trump's new SEC commissioner might change things for Bitcoin ETFs. So, this guy here, Elad, from Elad Roisman, a Republican from Maine, will become the 4th Trump appointment to the SEC Commission. And he says, and I quote, "The SEC must examine and re-examine its rules, regulations, and guidelines to ensure they are still working as intended to accomplish the SEC's mission. This is most recently manifested in areas such as data protection and cybersecurity, as well as the emergence of new investments and technologies such as initial coin offerings and blockchain." So, boom, drop the mic. Yeah, he might do things. So now we potentially have Hester Pierce and Elad Roisman, who could be pro-crypto. Also, Arrington says to the SEC, he's a man of my own heart, with that cursing right there. He says you're single-handedly fucking the cryptocurrency industry. That's what he says. All right. He could have said farting because there's like 3 asterisks, so you kind of have to guess what they're saying. So he could have said, "Oh, farting SEC." Anyways, but he goes on to say, so Arrington is the former co-founder of TechCrunch and the partner at Arrington XRP Capital. Okay. So he says that 80 to 90% of our investments are in Asia, Europe, and Israel right now because they're actually countries where there's regulatory certainty that entrepreneurs feel safe starting token companies and blockchain companies. They're not doing it in the U.S. The U.S. is fucking over themselves by these regulations. He also goes on to say nothing important. All right. Now, China has a recent ruling today. Their Supreme Court rules that blockchain can legally authenticate evidence. That would be true. So, internet courts shall recognize digital data that are submitted as evidence if relevant parties collected and stored these data via blockchain with digital signatures, reliable timestamps, and hash value verification, or via digital deposition platform, and can prove the authenticity of the technology used. So, they've had their world's first court case where they've had legally valid blockchain-derived evidence this January. So, we saw that happening. Now, the only issue with that is we just have to trust that the evidence on the blockchain is true. But if the evidence on the blockchain is true, blockchain is pretty much infallible for a large enough blockchain. Okay, some can be hacked. Now, on to the good stuff, because I like to end it. I like to bring it all together and end it pretty nice. So, trade wars and economic crises to spark crypto revolution. Guys, we know in Venezuela, in Zimbabwe, political unrest, currencies going through the shitter, Bitcoin adoption. We're also seeing this with Turkey. This is going to be the crises that spark crypto revolution because most economies out there are just printing money. Well, that devalues the money. And guess what? You can't print more Bitcoin. There's only a fixed supply. We've never had a truly deflationary currency such as this before. It'll be new. People compare it with gold, but there's more and more gold mined every year. So gold is actually inflationary. You can't compare it with that. It'll be new. A new study shows 80% of Americans are aware of Bitcoin. That's pretty cool. So, 4 out of 5 people are aware of Bitcoin. 15% of people 35 to 54 wish they bought cryptos, but they think it's too late to buy. They say, when's the best time to buy real estate? 10 years ago. When's the second best time? Today. I think the same thing holds true for Bitcoin. When's the best time to buy Bitcoin? Well, not 10 years ago. It didn't exist then. But let's say 8 years ago. When's the second best time? Today. All right. Now, of that 80% of Americans who are aware of Bitcoin, turns out only 8%, 1 out of 10 people who are aware of Bitcoin actually own any Bitcoin. Look at this. There's barely anybody in the world who owns cryptocurrencies. Really, less than 80%, less than 90% in most areas own cryptocurrencies. That's cool. Now, why are we even judging cryptocurrencies? Because the US tech bubbles had over 60% of retail involved. They were much higher involvement before they had a crash. So why are we even concerning ourselves with this? I think we're just falling prey to these fake news manipulation to make the rich richer and the not rich not richer. So guys, that's it today. That's it for the end of the episode. It is weekend time. I'm going to make another trading video for this afternoon. I think it'll be a surprise on what it's on. But for most of my trading, I've been using signal profits. I follow the daily trading signals. It's been pretty freaking awesome. Been in some good trades, usually making between 10 and 60% or getting stopped at a 6% stop loss. So if you want, there's a link down in the description. It is an affiliate link. I make some money off of it, but 2-week trial for $7. Pretty rad. Check it out. Other than that, let's give away a shirt. If you want to win a shirt, make sure you comment on this video and every other video to enter for your chance to win. Yesterday had 2 videos, the news video and live stream with Crypto Crow, I Love Crypto, and Crypto Beatles, and me, the 4 amigos. Yeah, it looked like that. And if you want to find out more about signal profits, Jake talks about them in that live stream, so you can find out a bit more because he is the brains behind signal profits. So, 2 videos. Ready? Number 1, the news video. One of you news vendors. Yeah, one of you are going to win. That's what I said in a different language, though. I was speaking alien right there. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming. 110 comments. Good luck, everybody. I hope you all win. I hope you all win. Zaytor, you got a cool name. I hope you win. But let's see. Aussie Picker, no BS. Please don't sing. Please give me a t-shirt. That's funny because I was singing yesterday and apparently Aussie Picker, no BS did not like it. But Aussie Picker, no BS commented and won a shirt. So Aussie Picker, no BS, email me at the email my about page. I will send you a t-shirt anywhere in the world. I'm guessing that's probably Australia, but we'll find out wherever. As for the rest of you, have a great weekend. I will have a video for you at 5 on some more trading tips and stuff like that. I love you very much. Have a good one. Peace, peace, peace.